Welcome back, my dear students. This is Mahbub Sultanaki, Senior Lecturer of Biology Department, Milestone College. Today, I will not discuss any particular chapter. Today, I will discuss two creative questions which you have to answer in your answer script. That means from my today's lecture, you will learn how to answer the creative questions. That means knowledge-based, applied-based, higher efficiency and comprehensive questions. All these, that is comprehensive knowledge-based question for 1, comprehensive question for marks 2, and applied-based question for 3, and the higher efficiency question is for 4 marks. Okay, from my today's lecture you will learn the answer limit or the limit, how you have to elaborate your answer and how you will answer. So this is the stem of my today's topic. The stem, you have already seen the stem. This stem is from chapter 13. In this chapter, this represents a food web. Actually, when any creative question is given, in that creative question, the 1, A, B, C, D, there are 4 sections, but you will answer C and D from this stem. That means the stem only is given only to answer C and D. So what about A and B? That means the knowledge-based question and comprehensive question. These two questions is not related to your stem, the stem that is given to you. So from where these two questions may be? These two questions may be from another chapter or from the same chapter or from another topic. Okay. So my first question is, what is conjugation? Conjugation, union of two gametes which are structurally similar but biologically different. It is for 1 mark. So you will only define the answer. Then next, write down the differences in between kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista. You know, kingdom Monera, it belongs to it is a super kingdom Prokaryote, and in case of Protista, it belongs to super kingdom Eukaryote. In case of Prokaryote, the nucleus is not well organized. That means the nuclear membrane and nucleolus is absent. But what about the super kingdom Eukaryote? In case of Eukaryote, the nucleus is well organized. That means the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and all are present. So, what are the differences? When you will answer any or write any answer that is for difference, if the marks is 2, then you have to write at least 4 points for a good marks. Okay. First of all, in case of Monera, the nucleus is not well organized or developed. In case of Protista, the nucleus is well organized. In case of Monera, only nuclear membrane and the nuclear membrane and nucleolus is absent and only nuclear material is present. But in case of Protista, nuclear along with nuclear material, DNA, RNA and protein are present. That means hence the nucleus is well organized. In case of Monera, they reproduce by binary fission. In case of Protista, they reproduce by both asexual and sexual method. In case of sexual method, they reproduce by mitosis and conjugation. In case of Monera, only the ribosome is present, but other cell organelles remain absent, such as mitochondria, plastid, Golgi bodies remain absent in case of Monera. But in case of kingdom Protista, all the cytoplasmic cell organelle along with ribosome, that is mitochondria, chloroplastid or Golgi bodies, all are remain present. So these are the differences between kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista. Next, question number C, which is applied based questions. Here the applied based question is, explain the flow chart as mentioned in the stem. So this is the flow chart. This is a flow chart. Okay. In this flow chart, at first you will answer in 3 steps. First of all, you will clarify what is this. This is a food web. So you have to write it first. Then the given stem is a kind of food web of an ecosystem. Then hence you are asked to explain. Then you will first this food web. What is food web? A collection of many food chains is collectively known as food web. So in this food web there are different food chains. First of all, you can write there are many food chains, or the food chains that are present in the food web are given below. Then you will write in this way, number one, green plants, arrow, grasshopper, arrow, toad, arrow, eagle, or green plant, grasshopper, toad, snake, then eagle. From this line, or say with this food chain, you will get two types of food chain. One is starts directly from the green plants to grasshopper to toad, and it may be directly consumed by the eagle. Or if it is not like that, you can only, if it is not given like that, then you will explain only one food chain, that is in this case green plants, grasshopper, toad, snake and eagle. If you want to explain the food web, then you will first of all write or find out the food chains. For example, you can write it in one, then green plant, grasshopper, toad, snake and eagle. Second point, green plants, rabbit, snake, eagle. Then number 3, green plant, rabbit, tiger, eagle. Number 4, green plant, deer, tiger, eagle. Okay. Then you will, at first you will find out all the food chains. Then you can summarize the answer. You can explain also there are 4 food chains that we found from the above mentioned food web. In this food web, this is the longest food chain and the loss of energy is higher in this longest food chain. Hence we know that as the food chain is longer, the loss of energy will be higher. Thus you can conclude the answer. So in this case, the longer food chain will be green plants, grasshopper, toad, snake, then eagle. So this will be the longest one. Okay. Then you will sum up the question. Okay. Then number D. It is for higher efficiency question. Analyze the nutrition flow of the flow chart as mentioned in the step. It is also from chapter 13. That means in chapter 13, in my previous lecture, I have already discussed the nutrition flow in an ecosystem. You can see that video to understand the nutrition flow in ecosystem. That was discussed particularly on the nutrition flow in any ecosystem. Today I will answer on the basis of this question. Okay. Analyze the nutrition flow. When you will explain that sun is the source of energy, and in case of energy flow, you will start from the sun is the source of all energy. But in case of nutrition flow, you will start from that green plants is the producer in this ecosystem, and when the green plants is consumed by the grasshopper or rabbit or deer, the nutrition that the grasshopper, rabbit and deer gets, that is from green plants. Then when the toad consumes the grasshopper, the nutrition is transferred to the toad. So here this is the producer, first level of consumer of second level, a snake will be the consumer of tertiary level, and eagle will be the consumer of top level. So the nutrition will transfer from the green plants to grasshopper, then toad, then a snake, then eagle. Or the green plants is consumed by the rabbit or snake, and then rabbit is consumed by the snake, and the snake is consumed by the eagle. Then green plants is consumed by the deer, and deer is consumed by the tiger, and then by the tiger is consumed by the eagle. Thus, the nutrition will flow from producer to first level of consumer, then to the secondary level of consumer, then to the top consumer or tertiary consumer. When both the producer and all the consumers will die, they will decompose with the help of decomposer. That means with the help of fungus and bacteria. When this fungus decomposer transform all the dead bodies into humus, that all that humus will be prepared, which would be consumed by the green plants, or green plants will again consume the nutrition or get the nutrition from the soil, from humus. Thus, the nutrition flow in ecosystem is cyclic. Actually, this will be the answer for question number 4. But at first, how you will write the answer? As I have told you, in case of this, it has 4 segments. At first, you will explain what is nutrition flow. Then you will explain the nutrition flow, how the nutrition is transferred from the producer, then to first level of consumer, secondary level of consumer, tertiary consumer, and top consumer. In case of whole food chain, or in case of this ecosystem, then you will conclude that the nutrition flow in an ecosystem is cyclic. Okay, so this is the answer of these types of creative question. And now creative question number 2. In this question, you are given 2 diagrams, and it is from it is the diagram of mushroom, which belongs to kingdom fungi. It is the diagram of a plant which belongs to kingdom plantae. Now the questions are: first question is, what is species? In your book, the definition of species is written as like this: the smallest rank of classification is called species. But you can answer or you can write another definition, that is a group of organisms which will interbreed in between themselves to produce a fertile offspring is called a species. That means species always will interbreed in between themselves and they will produce a fertile offspring. Okay. Then number 2, what are the importance of classification? You will find that in our book there is written aims of classification. Aims of classification, actually it is the importance of classification. You can collect some points from that topic. That is, first topic, from classification we can get the knowledge about different groups and subgroups. Second point, we can group or organize, we can preserve the documents systematically, or we can acquire, or we can preserve the acquired knowledge systematically. Number 3, you can write that we can increase the number of organisms which are for the welfare of well-living world. Thus, you can find out or select 4 points for that topic. That is the aims of classification. That will be the answer for importance of classification. Okay. Then, explain which kingdom is more developed among the 2 kingdoms in which the 2 organisms belong to as mentioned in the stem. So in the stem there are 2 organisms. I have told you earlier in my previous lecture that my previous answer, that in case of applied based question it will be in 3 segments. First of all, you will explain what are the organisms, or in the stem what is written in the stem. So at first you will write in a stem, figure A indicates mushroom or agaricus which belongs to kingdom plantae. In figure B, it indicates plant which belong to kingdom plantae. Then you will write down the characteristics of kingdom fungi and then kingdom plantae. In case of fungus, you can write that they are saprophytic, parasitic. Then their cell wall is made up of chitin. Their chief mode of nutrition is absorption. Then they reproduce by spore. They reproduce by and you can also write that they don't have photosynthetic pigment. That is why they cannot produce their own food. In case of plantae, you can write they are terrestrial, multicellular, advanced tissue system is present. Then all the diploid stage starts from here. Then there are anisogamous the plants are archegonians. Okay, or you can write all these points. Then after writing all the characteristics of fungi and plantae, in the third para you will write that for having the above characteristics, kingdom plantae is more developed than that of kingdom fungi. Okay, thus you will answer in your answer script. Next, how you will give the name of bee as mentioned in the stem. Analyze. You know the naming process that is given in your book in chapter 1, that is scientific naming of an organism. Okay, in case of plant, the plant is given name by ICBN, and in case of animal, the animals are given name by ICZN, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. So in case of plant, first of all you will say that the in figure B it indicates plants which is given the plants is given name according to the rules of ICBN. The rules of naming of an organism according to ICBN is given below. Then you will write down the rules that is given in your book. That is, for example, how you will write. You will write point wise as it is written in your book or given in your book. You will not give this so write this answer in a para form. Okay, you will not write the answer in a paragraph. You will write the answer point wise. In the first point, you can write the scientific name should be in Latin word. Then you will answer either the scientific name has two parts. First part is genus, second part one is species. The genus is always start with capital letter and the rest of the part will be in a small letter, and species is always will be all the letters of species will be in a small letter, and you will put an example such as the scientific name of a human being, Homo sapiens. Homo starts with capital H and sapiens is all the rest of the letters will be in small letter. Then you can write the next point, that is if we print the scientific name, that will be in italic form. Then if it is in handwritten, then the two parts, that is genus and species, will be underlined separately. Then other 2 points, all the points, there are 8 points that are given in your book. You will write down all the points. Then you can sum up that. Thus we can give the name or put the name of the plant or the plants that is given in figure B. Then thus you will complete your answer. I hope if the presentation is good and handwriting is clear, you will get a better marks in your exam copy. Now I will discuss some comprehensive question. From this you will be able to understand how the comprehensive questions may be. Okay, it is from different topics or different chapters. You can get an idea from this lecture how you will answer the right answer of comprehensive question. Generally, at first I have told you that the comprehensive question, when it is for 2 marks, you have to write at least 4 points. In case of in case of para, you have to write in 2 paras. Okay, so first of all, explain the cyclic process of ecosystem. Which one is the cyclic process of ecosystem? The cyclic process of ecosystem is the nutrition flow. So you will answer the nutrition flow of an ecosystem concisely in case of writing the answer of this question. Okay. Then what does it mean by bioinformatics? It is given in chapter 1. Bioinformatics is the applied based branch of biology. Then applied branch of biology. In applied branch of biology, you will first you can write the answer in this way. That is, what is bioinformatics? You will answer this, the analysis or the biological information that is on the basis of or based on computer technology is known as bioinformatics. You can put an example, that is the analysis or biological analysis on cancer is the one of the example of bioinformatics. Then you can write that it is the applied branch of biology. Then you can write some more points in case of second para. Okay, thus you will answer this one. Then the cuckoo lays eggs in the nest of the crow, and the crow hatches its egg for the cuckoo. Explain what type of interaction it is. In your book, you will in my previous lecture, that is the lecture that was on chapter 13, in the second phase, the example was given. In that case, I have discussed that there was negative interaction in which exploitation is one of them. In case of exploitation, the definition was like that: when in any association, one organism will enjoy all the rights, devoiding or exploiting another organism directly or indirectly from its rights, is called exploitation. Then the example was given there. So when you will write the answer of this question, you will explain directly that the cuckoo lays its egg in the nest of crow, and crow hatches its egg for the cuckoo. It is a negative interaction. Specifically, it is exploitation, because the cuckoo cannot build its nest, so it take the shelter or for help for hatching its eggs from the crow. So it is a negative interaction, and it is specifically it is exploitation. Then what does it mean by greenhouse effect or greenhouse gases? What does it mean by greenhouse gases? If it is only for gases, or it is for what is greenhouse effects? Okay, if it is for effects, if it is greenhouse gases, then you will write down only the names, and you will then you will write the what will be the result of increasing the greenhouse gases. But if it is written that what does it mean by greenhouse effects, then you will explain. First of all, you will define what is greenhouse effects. The increasing of temperature of the atmosphere due to the presence of some gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide is called greenhouse effect. Then you will write down the names of the gases, and you can also write from where or for which activities the gases is increasing day by day. Then the next point is explain the interaction among the leguminous plant and rhizobium bacteria. You know, this is also from chapter 13. It is, we will write that the interaction among leguminous plant and rhizobium bacteria is positive interaction, and it is mutualism, because in case of mutualism, both the organism gets benefit from each other. In case of the leguminous plant and rhizobium, the bacteria take shelter in the roots of leguminous plant, where the bacteria fix the atmospheric nitrogen, and on the other hand, the leguminous plant gives shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. Moreover, the leguminous plant also provide carbohydrate to bacteria. So this all for today. In my next class, I will be back with a new lesson. Till then, take care.